Hi guys, in this video we're going to be looking at prime numbers and prime factors. So in a previous video I looked at factors and multiples. So this is a follow-up on that video. This is the part 2 of it. So in this video I'm looking at prime numbers and prime factors. So what are prime numbers? These are numbers with only two factors, themselves and 1, or themselves and 1. So a prime number is a number that has only two factors. What are those two factors? Themselves and 1. Remember, a factor of a number can divide that number without a remainder. So the factor of a number can divide the number without a remainder. This means that prime numbers have only two numbers that can divide them without leaving a remainder. Let's remind ourselves of an example of a factor of a number. So if we have 10 all over 2, 10 divided by 2 is going to give us 5 without leaving a remainder. This means that 2 is a factor of 10. Any number that can divide 2 without leaving a remainder is a factor of 2. So if we take 10 as an example, the factors of 10, the numbers that can divide 10 without leaving a remainder, is 1 as the smallest factor, 2, the next one is 5, and 10 itself. Okay, these four numbers can divide 10 without leaving a remainder. But how many numbers can divide 10 without leaving a remainder? 1, 2, 3, 4. Does 10 qualify to be a prime number? Remember, prime numbers only have two factors. 10 here has 4 factors. This means that 10 is not a prime number. Okay, if we look at another number, 5. What are the numbers that can divide 5 without leaving a remainder? Remember, the smallest one is 1. Let's step up a little bit to 2. 5 divided by 2 is going to give us 2 remainder 1. This means 2 is not a factor. What about 3? 5 divided by 3 is going to give us 1 remainder 2. 3 is not a factor. What about 4? 5 divided by 4 is going to give you 1 remainder 1. That means 4 is also not a factor of 5. What about 5 itself? 5 divided by 5 is going to give us 1. Would there be a remainder? No. That means 5 is a factor of 5. How many factors does 5 have? 1, 2. 5 has just 2 factors, itself and 1. This means 5 qualifies to be a prime number. Remember, 1 is not a prime number. Why is 1 not a prime number? 1 is not a prime number because for a number to qualify as a prime number, it must have 2 factors. But 1 has just itself as a factor. Okay, so 1 is not a prime number. So if you want to call out all the prime numbers between 1 and 20, so let's look at it. Is 1 a prime number? No. What about 2? The only two numbers that can divide 2 without a remainder are 1 and itself. So 2 is a prime number. What about 3? 3 is a prime number. 4, is 4 a prime number? No. 3 numbers can divide 4 without a remainder. 1, 2, and 4. So 4 is not a prime number. What about 5? We have established the fact that 5 is a prime number. So 5 is a prime number. 6 is not a prime number. 1 can go into 6 without a remainder. 2 can go, 3 can go, and 6 can go. What about 7? The only two numbers that can divide 7 without a remainder is 1 and 7. So 7 is a prime number. What about 8? No. What about 9? No. 9 can be divided by 1, 3, and 9. What about 10? Of course, 10 has 4 factors. 11. The only two numbers that can divide 11 without a remainder are 1 and 11. So we have 11, we have 13, we have 17, and we have 19. So between 1 and 20, these are the prime numbers. Okay, so prime numbers are numbers that have only 2 factors, itself and 1. Okay, so with that, we go to prime factors. Okay, prime factors. Before we look into prime factors, we need to remember what factors are. Factors of a number can divide that number without a remainder. Now, what are prime factors? Prime factors of a number are the factors of that number which are prime numbers. So a number that has factors, among the factors, you check out those that are prime numbers. These numbers become the prime factors of that number. So let's look at an example. Okay, example 1, find the prime factors of 12. So we're expected to find the prime factors of 12. For us to find the prime factors of 12, the first thing we need to do is get the factors of 12. So factors of 12. The smallest factor of 12 is 1. The largest factor of 12 is 12 itself. So we've gotten 1 as the smallest factor. What about 2? Can 2 go into 12 without a remainder? 12 divided by 2 is 6. So 2 is a factor and 6 is a factor. So we'll check out 3. Can 3 go into 12 without leaving a remainder? 12 divided by 3 is going to give you 4. That means 3 is a factor and 4 is a factor. Is there any other factor? Is 5 a factor? No. Is 7 a factor? No. Okay, so all the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12 itself. Now, to get the prime factors, so prime factors of 12. For us to get the prime factors of 12, we look at the factors of 12 and see which of them is a prime number or which ones are prime numbers. So the ones that are prime numbers become the prime factor. Is 1 a prime factor of 12? No. Remember, 1 is not a prime number. Is 2 a prime number? Yes, 2 is a prime number. This means 2 qualifies to be a prime factor of 12. So 2 here. So we have 2. What about 3? 3 is a prime number. It can only be divided by itself and 1 without leaving a remainder. So 3 is also here. What about 4? Is 4 a prime number? 4 is not a prime number. Therefore, 4 is not a prime factor of 12. 6 is not a prime number. Therefore, 6 is not a prime factor of 12. And of course, 12 is not a prime number. This means the prime factors of 12 are 2 and 3. Okay, so let's look at a second example. Find the prime factors of 52. Okay, so we want to find the prime factors of 52. What will be the first step? The first step is find the factors of 52. So factors of 52. What is the first factor of 52? 1. As the smallest factor. What is the second factor of 52 that we must know? 52 itself. So as the largest factor of 52. Okay, so we need to fill in the space in between with other factors. Is 2 a factor of 52? Can 2 divide 52 without leaving a remainder? The answer is yes. 52 divided by 2 is going to give you 26. That means 2 is a factor of 52 and 26 is a factor of 52. What about 3? Is 3 a factor of 52? No. 3 into 52 is going to give you 17 remainder 1. This means that 3 is not a factor. What about 4? Is 4 a factor of 52? 52 divided by 4 is going to give you 13. This means that 4 is a factor of 52 and 13 is a factor of 52. 5 is not a factor. 6 is not a factor of 52. 7 is not. 8 is not. 9 is not. 10 is not. 11 is not. And 12 is certainly not. This means that the factors of 52 are 1, 2, 4, 13, 26, and 52. So we've gotten the factors of 52 to be 1, 2, 4, 13, 26, and 52. Among these, which of them is a prime factor of 52? So prime factors of 52. So we go through all the factors of 52 and see which of these factors are prime numbers. 1 certainly is not a prime number. 2 is a prime number. We've already established that. So 2. 4 is not a prime number. Is 13 a prime number? 13 is a prime number. So 13 qualifies as a prime factor. What about 26? 26 is not a prime number. It has more than 2 factors. Therefore, 26 is not a prime number. And of course, 52 is not a prime number. This means the prime factors of 52 are 2 and 13. So this is the way to calculate prime factors of a number. I would like to see the answer to this question in the comment section. Okay. What are the prime factors of 72? Leave your answer in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe to this channel for more maths content. See you in the next video. Bye.